Okay, here we go. So to determine if it's a function, the x values cannot repeat. So here I have 19 for the x, 20, and 4. So based on what I have here, this is a function because I don't have any repeating x values. So this one is a function. All right, here, 3, 2, and 3, 5. Do you see the repeating x values? It'd be okay if it said 3, 2, and 3, 2. That's the exact same thing, but we're not allowed to have threes that repeat with different y values. So really quick check is just to scan right here. If you see anything that repeats, then it's not a function. Okay, on a graph, there is a shortcut. Instead of writing down each point, like this is the point 2, 0, right? We could write them all down. Sorry about the handwriting with a mouse. Just trying to go fast. 2, 0. This is 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? We could write them all down and then check like we did on the previous two questions. However, there is a shortcut or a visual way to check that the x values are not repeating. What you're going to want to do is draw a line in several locations. Try to make it straight and see how many times the points or the line hit your vertical line. So here it touches once. Here, if I draw it here, there's one black point. If I drew it here, there's one black point that hits. And then if I draw it here, and then over here, there's no black points. But the idea is that it doesn't hit twice. So let me just do a couple of examples. Looking up and down, I don't see any that repeat. Here's an example like this of when it would not be a function. Do you see how vertically, if you drew a line through that it would touch twice? Okay, but this looks good. So this one is a function. Let me just do a ton of examples and you just pay close attention. Okay, 20, 2, and 0. This is a function. There are no repeating x values. Love that. 2, 0, and 3. There's no repeating x values. This is a function. Okay, the visual here. You want to draw your line up and down, and it is supposed to be straight. Just do your best to imagine it. Okay, it's only touching once. Here, though, take a look. You see how if I draw, oh, it's not straight. If I draw a straight line, the best I can, going down, that it touches what's there twice. This is an example of a repeating x value. This is the point 3, 2 and 3, negative 2. So if you wrote it out, it would look like this. 3, 2 and 3, negative 2. And you're like, wait a second, the x values can't repeat. So this is a problem. So if you want to write your points down, that works for this situation. Sometimes though, there's too many points and you just want a quick way to check. And so you need to draw a vertical line up and down and see if it touches twice, that's a repeating x value. So that's not a function. So this is an example of not a function. Here we're looking for repeating x values, negative 6, 9, 11, and 12. This is a function. 12, 7, and 12, negative 2, not a function. Here's another graph. This is what I wanted to look at, right? If we go up and down and draw a line, it's only going to touch once, once, once. This is good. This is fine. Yes, it's a function. Those negative ones repeating, not a function. Trying to get to some more graphs. The 12s are the problem. 12, 11, 12, negative 4. That is not a function. 17, 2, 17, 4. Not a function. Table 8, 9, and 8, 10. Not a function. Here's a graph. Ooh, I can tell already this is not a function. Why? Because when I draw a line right here, it touches twice. Now, if I draw it here, it only touches once. So you do have to check and draw it a few times through the point so that you can find where it has a repeating x value. So this is a visual example right here of not a function. Okay, I hope that helped. If you need further help, please come in and I can help you with this.